Hey, it's me, MLB! Here is chapter 72 of Gains, and this one is titled Arms Day. You ready to do arms today? Kiri asked after he'd composed himself. Am I ever ready to do any workout? You asked in a teasing voice. It'll be fun, okay? We can practice pull-ups, Kiri said brightly. I don't know if this is going to be a newsflash, but I literally cannot do a pull-up. How am I supposed to pull this, you pointed to yourself, up? I'm going to show you, okay? He said as he let go of the hug, and you both headed for the doors and off down to the bus stop. You chatted lightly on the trip there, and even held hands on the bus, but then let go once you got off and entered the gym together. Thankfully, no knee, so you didn't have any awkward interactions, and Kiri took you over to the bar section at the gym. Okay, so, he said, getting some things out of his bag. We're going to start with assisted pull-ups, so I can see where you're at. You watched curiously as he pulled some bands out of his bag and threw them over the bar and set them up as a kind of step that you could put your foot through. Okay, so you're going to do just like this, he said, putting his foot through the loop and then doing a little jump to grab the bar, then effortlessly did 5 pull-ups with his bulging muscles stealing the show and making you salivate internally. Yeah? He asked as he dropped back down and took his foot from the loop. Nope, you replied playfully. Come on, he cajoled. I know you got this. Hang on. I'll get a step, and I'll help you through it, okay? Okay, you sighed, looking back up at the bar that you were supposedly supposed to pull yourself up from. Kiri was back in a second with a step for you, and you got up onto it and set yourself up with the instructions from him. Okay, now, I'm going to hold your hips, and you pull up, and I'll help, so you're not swinging all over the place, he offered. I don't know how this is going to work, but okay, he replied. You did as Kiri said, and found, to your surprise, that you could actually do 1 pull-up. Okay, granted, the foot in the sling helped, and Kiri holding onto you and stabilizing you did, but you did it. Way to go, Yin. That was so manly. What if we try a band that's not as tight? He asked, walking to his bag to get another band out instead. Stop pulling stuff out of that bag, E. There's nothing easy hiding in that bag, you teased. Oh, come on, he cajoled. I'll tell you what, you do 2 pull-ups with this next band, and I'll do anything you want, okay? Anything? You asked with surprise. Yup, he replied with a grin. Okay, done, you said. I don't know what I want you to do for me, but I'll keep that card in my top pocket and I'll pull it out when I need it, okay? You said with a sly little grin. Okay, I'll be ready, he said with a toothy smile back. Okay, let's do this. The next 45 minutes went quite quickly. Kiri was very attentive to your needs and supported you the best he could, and then you got to sit and watch the gun show as he did his rep after rep after rep, light sweat beading on his biceps as he pushed himself to the limits. Come on, E, you can do it, he said earnestly as he pulled himself up and called out 90. 10 more, you can do it, you encouraged from where you were sitting on the floor in front of the bar. 91, he grunted, his veins bulging across his forearms. That's it. Come on, 92, give me a 2, you said. 3, he hissed, gritting his teeth as he struggled to pull himself up. Don't you dare give up on me, E. 3, you demanded. Kiri crinkled his nose, and you could see the determination on his face. He was going to make it to 100 for sure. He pulled a 3 and a 4 in quick succession, and then hung for a bit before going for 95, then 6, then 7, then 98. You were on your feet now, excitedly encouraging his final 2 reps, and when he finally hit 100 and dropped off the bar, you were right there to grab him in a sweaty hug and congratulate him heartily. Now that is the most manliest effort I've ever seen, you exclaimed, pulling back from the hug. That was amazing, E. Well done. He was grinning from ear to ear, puffing slightly, but just so excited that he had pulled 100 and you'd been there to encourage him to the very end. I'm so glad I chose you as my gym buddy, he said through heavy breaths. You're so bright and encouraging. I don't think I would have been able to get 100 if you hadn't been supporting me, he said honestly. It's a 2-way street, E. You've done so much for me. I've come such a long way, and that's thanks to you for that, you replied lovingly. A soft moment was shared between you two, and then you smiled bashfully and looked down, needing to break eye contact before you completely turned to Jelly in front of him. Hey, he said to get you to look at him again. Do you want to go out after this? We could chill somewhere. I don't know, I just want to spend a bit of time alone with you, talking, he admitted, sheepishly rubbing the back of his neck while looking off to the side a bit. Yeah, sure, I'd like that as well, you said with a smile. Let's shower and change here and then we can go somewhere. Yeah, sounds good, he said brightly. I'm super sweaty after that workout, so I'd better shower. I don't want to smell bad. You always smell amazing. I like your smell, you said, walking over to get your bag. Then you separated to go to the locker room and shower rooms, and then once you had both finished, you met at the gate and left. Thankfully, a lot of shops were still open at that time, so you and E wandered through a few of the pop stores and then got some mochi and headed to the park nearby. There were kids happily playing on the equipment there, but further away under the trees, you and E could be alone a bit. "My arms feel a little sore, but not too bad," you commented, feeling them. "I think I'll be okay tomorrow. I'm not going to have noodle arms." "I really do hope you'll be okay," Kiri said, reaching over to gently massage your arm and then sliding his hand down your forearm to your hand where your palms met and fingers interlaced. You smiled at him and shifted closer so that you were side by side, sitting and holding hands. Life was pretty darn perfect right about then. It's okay, Bakugo stands are going to get fed very soon. I'll see you next, I was going to say next week, not next week, sorry to panic you all. Chapter 73 is coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.